Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Divine Brothers podcast. Meeting every week. As we do, it's a hot, sticky day out there, but you know what I admire the Chinese? I live with a lot of old people. They have chosen not to have AC. It's like a stubborn old person thing. And you know what they do instead? They sit outside with little hand fans and they sit in like big clumps in the shade and they'll just hang out there all day. Chase, it's like 100 degrees outside and they're just sitting, baking. And but they refuse to do the AC. And you know what? I kind of respect it and I kind of don't at the same time. I enjoyed walking past them with my little dog today and thinking, thank God I don't have to stay out here with you.
From what I'm learning about Europe, they don't have AC in the northern countries. Like, and it gets
That's
hot
why
as
they're
fuck.
dying.
Yeah,
They're dying in France, man. Like
but
every day, more people die.
they're going to these World Cup games and they're walking into like Texas Stadium and they're like, "Oh, it's all air conditioning." I'm like, "Yeah, why would you ever
Yeah,
live like
yeah.
why would you ever live without it? It's insane."
I do not like heat to me. Like the temperature is so I can't sleep if the temperature is wrong. You know, it'll make your life totally miserable, man. It's all you can think about. You know, the sweat, the feeling of the cooking in the sun. No, thank you. I'll pass on that.
The living in the desert in the dry just heat that just literally it's 110 and it feels like 110. I'm like, "Man, this shit fucking sucks. Like this is hot. This is cooking."
So, what do you notice about the people there? How does it? You know, you lived on islands, you lived in jungles, you know, you've lived kind of all over the world. What a desert people, you know? Does it affect them in some way? Like, if you're a desert person, what changes about you?
It's a good question. I don't know. It's so fucking hot when you get in your car. You have to have the sun things for your window, the
Yeah,
shade thing. And I remember driving middle of the day. If I'm driving and it's smoking on, I see someone walking down the road. I'm like, they could die. Like I could totally see how you could just collapse from the heat out here if you were
yeah,
walking long distances. I was like, man, it's pretty fucking awful. And you never see any
yeah.
water either. That's the terrifying thing. There's no rivers, there's no lakes, there's no rain. It's
I do
just,
wonder about that. Like, I'd be curious about the Native Americans, how they find the water, you know, like, because it's a lot of desert out there. Like, and it is brutal. I remember one time with my good buddy George, and he had a friend with us too. We did mushrooms, and we went to Paladero. Maybe it was acid. I can't remember. We went to Paladero Canyon, which is like by Amarillo in Texas. It was pretty cool. Like it's a beautiful national park, and it's a great canyon. But you know, we're on shrooms, right? And the heat was so vicious, and I was so aware. I knew exactly where I was. I was like, okay, this is where the Indians lured the white people to get lost and to die of dehydration.
Mhm.
I was absolutely certain of it because I felt the dehydrate. It was the sun was attacking me, you know, and there was no escape from, there was no shade, there were no trees, just rocks and no water for miles and miles and miles and miles. And I could see like the Indians up on the top of the canyon looking down on you, waiting for you to die, like vultures circling overhead. You know, it's a brutal world out there in the deserts of America, man. I'm sure they got their secrets, but man, our people were not meant for that.
it's it's missing water. Like it needs a body. Like even a water park would be phenomenal. But like
Yeah.
there's not even a creek. There's not even a drip of water. It's just like God, it's just desolate. Just fuck, man. Nah, man, it's a wasteland. It is. It's a place of death. Yes.
So I'll tell you something. Like, so I went to college in Lubbock, Texas, which is similar. Like, it's not exactly full on desert, but you know, it's that West Texas, just empty, rolling like tumbleweeds everywhere. And I will remember like going into a thing like, well, where's the water? Where are we getting water? And there's an aquifer, a gigantic aquifer that's under West Texas, and it's what they use for all the cotton farming. and all the farming uses it, right? It's the whole city's dependent on it. Well, guess what? That aquifer is almost dry. And I knew this because I was friends with people whose families were farmers and they were all leaving West Texas in mass. Like they were like, yeah, it's going to be gone in the next few years. We're all moving. That like this land will be nothing. It will be impossible to cultivate. And the people who live here are fucked. And I was just like, oh, so this is like it's over for West Texas. Like no one can live out here. There's no other water. And it was just one of those things where it was a big slap in the face of reality, and you realize, yeah, people aren't supposed to live out here. Like this is we used engineering to make this livable, but honest to God, we were not supposed to be this deep into the desert.
Yeah, I've heard that about Maui too. Aquifer's about to go. All
Oh,
right,
Maui has enough. I thought
let's
the
t
rainwater wasn't enough.
let's talk about some better shit. So I talk about this.
Okay.
I see this guy. Yeah, he
Hmm.
comes in when he wants to. He had to come see me because he was banned from a place. And they're like, we need a note from a professional saying that you're stable. I'm like, oh God. So, and then, the more you talk to him, like, you've been banned online from websites, you get banned in person. You've,
What's he doing?
what is he doing? He's a nice guy till you hit on a certain topic. And then there's only
Like
one.
politics?
No, it's usually Jesus or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Chase, I'm sorry, man. Something's up with your microphone. You are not coming in clear. It's all breaking up and stuff. Can you fix that? Maybe the internet swap you were talking about. Could be me. Could it be me?
Hang on. Can
Technical difficulties, people. Want to make sure he's coming in clean and clear when he's bashing his client and talking about.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
What
Can you
about
hear?
now? We back?
Yeah, you're much cleaner now. Great. So you're
Okay.
talking about your client. You were saying that I asked you, so what's the deal? Why is he getting banned?
It is it's the religious shit, it's the Jesus shit, or he gets into these spins of just like world's falling apart, can't afford nothing. The people from the South are coming to get us, and it's
Yeah.
just like okay, but,
People
he's
from the
got a couple
South.
of
What does that mean?
immigrants, man. They're coming to
Oh, I
get you.
thought he was thinking maybe the Confederates. The Confederates are coming to get us or something like that. Okay.
No, but I think these people that get banned and all that, they've got a couple of topics that they want to talk about, but it's always confrontational, and it fucks them. Well, most of them
So
do it
they like the
online.
confrontation? Do they want the war?
I think they're 100% where I'm right, and yeah, I'm not moving, and I'll fight you for it. Literally, I'll fight you for it. Yeah.
There's a great Patrice O'Neill bit where he's talking about his mother, who's like an old, fat black woman,
Ugh.
like civil rights black woman. And he said, like, I think my mother likes the war. Like she just wants to make white people's lives miserable.
I
Like
think
we were
that's
at
most black
Ross.
people. Yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
she was like, we were at Ross. You know Ross, right? Like Ross is fucking cheap, you know?
I love
And
Ross. That's where I get
she's
all
like,
my clothes.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, so she's at Ross and she's like, she bought some of the cheap fake crystal, you know what I mean? Like little fake bowls or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I want you to give me another one of this that's exactly the same, but it's from the back. I want you to go to the back and give me the exact same thing, but it's just from the back. And I want you to individually wrap each of these, you know? Like you can tell she's just this is Ross, like whoever's working there is their life's not going great
They're on
if you're a
probation.
cashier.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
they're
on
on
probation.
probation, right? They just got out of rehab,
Yeah.
like all that sort of shit. But you can, and she was like, you think I'm asking too much? You think I'm being an asshole? And so she likes the war. She wants to get the blood flowing. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I know people like that. They can't help themselves. They need the fight.
Well, I think it's
He's
because
one of those guys.
I think their life kind of sucks too. So they like to bring you
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
Bringing somebody down makes you feel better. I guess it does.
Misery
Yeah.
loves company. Absolutely, man. I think that's the majority of people. I'm not doing well, therefore you're not doing well. I'm not happy till you're not happy. Yeah.
I will say, like I never played. I only played football in middle school. Because that was the one time when my height was in it. I was the tallest guy, the one time in my life. But I remember the sensation of like sacking a QB, like laying somebody out, aka bringing somebody down. That was pretty great. That was a great feeling. Like just bam, just knocking them on their ass, and they looked up to the ceiling, up to the sky, just like ugh. It was a good feeling. It's a good feeling to knock people down. Maybe that says something horrible about me, but
Not at
I don't
all.
know.
Not at all. I mean, if you ask me, do you want to score a touchdown or knock someone cold out? I'd be like, probably knock him out. If I had to pick.
Really, you would
Yeah.
choose that, huh?
It'd
That's
be
interesting.
close. Be close.
What I am very quick. Let's just have a quick tangent. In terms of football highs, what was the ultimate? Touchdown, sack, tackle, interception, like running back a kick or a punt. Like what was the highest high?
I think a big game score to seal it is probably the highest, but I
Mm.
still like when you hit. I remember hitting a star player on the other team. He didn't come back in, and the our team they were so proud of me. I'm like, you gave us a great advantage. I'm like, I did a good thing. Like it was a great hit.
Hurting someone. That's what you really remember. Hurting
Because
someone. Maybe that's what this guy wants to do,
that's
man.
why football was great. It's like that's their best player. Take him out, and you could
Yeah.
legally do it, and then you could probably win. So that was
Yeah,
cool.
I guess that's why. See, like I was thinking about this. Like, I'm surrounded by international people, and I think that's maybe why Americans just will never really like soccer. You know what I mean? Because there's not that element. There's not a little gladiatorial element.
There's
You know what
no
I mean?
gladiatorial elements left in sport. It's sad. I can't watch this
Yeah.
fucking tournament. It is awful, bro. It's all
And I am
controlled.
surrounded by people. It's the one conversation they want to talk about.
Fucking
Every
horrible.
single conversation is it.
Horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's
I
not
can't
talk
wait.
about
There's
it.
only one thing I want. I want England to lose to Mexico. That's the one thing I want. I'm
I want
surrounded
both of
by
them to
English
lose.
people.
Fuck England. Fuck Mexico
Yeah.
too. So
No, man.
went to this event this at one of my colleagues like, hey man, there's this something going on. You should come up, meet a couple people. I'm like, nah, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, it'll be fun. We sit on top of a hill in this national park. I'm like, all right, let's go. All right. So I get out there. It's packed. I mean, it is a mile of waiting in line. Like there's just cars and cars, and I don't have clear
Oh, it's a big
directions.
event.
I don't
Okay.
have clear directions. I just know there's a hill and there's no signal. And I'm just sitting
Mm,
there in line. I'm like, dude, you didn't tell me where to go. You didn't
right.
tell me there was going to be thousands of people. And there's no signal. I just turned around and left. I turned around
Yeah,
and
I
left.
think
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like, oh, what happened to you, man? I was like, brother, you didn't tell me where to go. There's no signal out there. He's like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was a little bigger than I should. I was like, you didn't give proper details. You,
Thousands of people. A little bigger. Jesus. Okay.
he
All right.
did the
Yeah.
details were shit, and I didn't
Yeah.
appreciate that. I was like, you could have done a lot better, and I couldn't have contacted you. How the fuck was I supposed to? There's no signal out there. I'm like, dude, not cool, not cool.
You and me are not crowd people. I remember the Murakami Gardens,
Yeah,
always great to go to. But then there was this one time you're like, hey, there's some kind of festival at the Murakami, like some kind of big event or something like that. And we were like, yeah, sure, let's go check out the big event. They totally ruined the fucking place. They
they
had
did.
like carnival games. It was totally packed full of people. You couldn't park anywhere. Like it was awful. Like yeah, I was like, oh, you took a good thing and ruined it. Like I'll avoid the crowds
It's
for sure.
amazing. People love going to concerts, and I always pick at it in sessions. I'm like, what do you like about it? And they never really have a clear answer. They're
Some
like, oh, the
people love
vibe, the
concerts.
energy. It's like one consciously. It's all this shit. And I'm like, I could think of
I,
nothing worse. Nothing worse
I
than. Go ahead.
I guarantee you. So I think the past year, my spiritual journey has been all about chi, the Chinese chi energy or whatever. I am convinced every person radiates a kind of energy or a vibe, I guess you could say. I think concert people are all about the vibe. It has nothing to do with the music or the crowd. It's the vibe that they're feeling. They like being a part of a crowd. They like syncing up with everybody liking the same thing. I know this because I have many friends who are totally addicted to
Did
concerts.
did because
Yeah.
that sounds just awful. It sounds almost
I
fake and
cheat.
phony. I've been people showing
I
me
cheat.
pictures of like, look at the Red Rock wherever cra look, we're right in the middle of it. I'm like, this looks, why are you showing me this? Like this looks so
Yeah.
stupid. Why are you proud of this? But this, we're going again next year. Going to this concert
It, it
and God knows
it's
where.
it's a high for them. Like again, we're not crowd people. Never have been,
What is the high?
Like
What is the fucking high? Is the high is just being around people you don't know hot?
they
Just
can experience. I really do believe everybody radiates a different kind of chi, and the people who enjoy concerts have a chi you and me do not have. Because I've been to concerts, I've never enjoyed it,
never.
not once,
It sounds
not
worse. It's
once.
never sounded better. It's always sounded worse. And it's
Yes,
crowded, horrible bathrooms. It's hot. Let me ask you this, because we're bashing fucking group outings. What do you think of musicals? I I I truly hate them. Like I hate them so much. There's no depth. It's horrible little singing exercises and dancing. It's like this is I would put whoever created this, I just put them down immediately. But people love them. People love them. Like this is just awful. If you're into
you
musicals,
have
like we
certain
just no,
there are certain obligations you have as a gay guy, and one of them is musicals. You have
no.
to
It's just no.
experience
That's
them. And
bullshit. That
yes,
is
I will
bullshit.
tell you, there's some great ones. There are
No.
some absolutely god tier ones. Like I think Les Mis is one of the great artists. It's one of the great artistic achievements of the 20th century. Like it is unbelievably good. I still listen to the music, and Vic has a little bit of that in him too. Remember when Vic was really into
Whoa,
Moulin
whoa, whoa,
Rouge?
whoa, whoa. A good
Remember that?
song from a musical is very different than watching the
Yeah.
whole thing. No, I cannot watch a story play out with
The music,
sporadic
okay, I'm with you
songs.
there. The music is often better than the watching the musical.
J
Like for
Jesus
example, Les
Christ
Mis is like
Superstar's got
4
some
hours.
great songs. Yeah, but I cannot watch
Yeah,
a movie where there's a movie and dialogue, and then they start singing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I
it's the
don't
same
get
as
it.
a concert.
It's
We're
awful.
not into going to a crowded theater to see something. I think people like the idea. I think women in particular love the idea of a show. Like, let's go do something. Let's go do something exciting and take part in this thing that everybody else is taking part in. Meanwhile, we're couch people. We're like, what? Why
What,
would we leave the couch?
have
Why?
you ever
Why?
enjoyed going out and dancing? Have you ever once, even
I
just hammered out of your mind?
I have the only part of dancing I enjoyed back in my younger, wild days was the sexual aspect of it. Like I liked how sexy it could be. Like you could be almost having sex on the floor. You know what I mean? But that was it. That was why I was interested. I was horny. It had nothing to do with enjoying dancing. It had nothing to do with enjoying the club. It was all about my pants. There was no other reason to be there.
The couple never had a good time going out dance, but I want to say the
Yeah.
couple times where I'm like feeling good, don't care, just going with the music. It's like, yeah, man, that was fun. And then it's like, let's do it again. I'm like, let's spend like 15, 20. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah,
keep, I'm
it's
sweaty.
exhausting. Yeah,
They will go
I don't
hours
get
in
it.
the morning. I don't
That
get
I
that. I
don't
don't
get.
get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, for me back in the day, it was about like you're into somebody, you go and you dance, and you confirm that the interest is mutual, and then you get out of there. You know what I mean? That was all it was about. It was never about let's stay here all night dancing. But I did know guys like that who were all about it. Like this guy Joey, I remember Joey. He used to just this guy was like a fucking broke waiter in Dallas ages ago, and he used to just live for the dance. He had nothing but a mattress and an iPad in his apartment, and he would just dance all day, just dance alone in his apartment. And then the second he got him a little bit of money from his tips, he would go to the club and dance all fucking night until the club closed down. And that was his life. That was his
It,
life.
the thing that really bothered me about dancing and meeting it, there was zero conversation. I mean, it was so fucking
Yeah.
loud. You're lucky to get their name.
I hate
And
that's the worst part, the noise. I
I
hate the noise.
hated the noise. Did you remember those? You remember going out in Vietnam to those clubs where you just drink?
Oh.
And the
Oh,
music was
I
so loud you
hated
couldn't
that.
even talk, but they loved it because it just forced you to drink. Like we don't have to talk. I was like, this is the dumbest fucking
Dude,
concept I've
just
ever seen in my entire
that
life.
is, let me tell you something. That is a marker of civilization. Okay. Because, like, two things, China, when I first came to China, they did that too. They had that old school 90s speaker that they put outside their fucking restaurant, and they have it at like 211. They are blasting this shit, and the whole neighborhood is hearing that, you know? And Xi Jinping, he's like, wait, no more. We're cutting this shit. And they
Good,
eliminated all of
good.
it. Yeah, you know what else he did too? He's like, no more pissing and pooping around, like he built bathrooms. Literally, there is a bathroom, a nice public bathroom on every fucking street. And he was like, and over the toilets is a little Chinese line that says, like, this is the gateway to civilization. So every time you take a piss, you're looking at that quote saying, like, yeah, this is about being civilized, you fucking savages, you know? Like that sort of shit. Yeah, Vietnam is not quite to that level yet. Uh,
No,
I don't know if they ever will be to that level.
no, that is so that's great to hear. Good for fucking China, man. Fucking step up
It
and become
worked. It
civil.
worked.
Good
It
for them,
absolutely
man.
worked.
Well, that's great.
I always remember just that feeling in Vietnam of just this place is, it's got too much jungle in it. Like it's got that wild.
Yeah.
It'll never be tamed. Like they could try. Like the great example is that Ho Chi Minh subway. That they've been working on for what 30 years,
It's a
and it will never
sky
be
train.
complete.
It's never going to be complete. Yeah. Big.
It's never going to be complete, and you're just like, this is the perfect example of this entire society. There's money, there's possibilities, but it's too fucking crazy. It's too wild. You can't tame these people.
So did some online this weekend. This really good looking girl. She's some psychology book she wrote, and then I was just watching some of her videos, and she's it's amazing what any fucking insane niche you want. You can just make up stories and oh, I was abducted and this and that. Oh, these are these alien civilizations that I talked to. I'm like, you're fucking crazy. And I saw some of the people she's following. Some these have hundreds of thousands of followers, Steve, saying just the most insane shit on a daily basis. How they're in these programs, they've been to other planets, and I'm just like,
Really? Okay.
yeah, I mean, it gets insane. And she's sitting there
Yeah.
talking about being abducted and like just being cute and looking pretty, and I'm like, this is I get it. And people, all the comments are like, oh, I have too, and I'm like, yeah, maybe,
What?
yes.
Really?
Man, I just
Those are the number one comments. I have too.
well,
Wow.
it's more like something weird happened to me once, and and I was just like, man, you can get online and say anything you want, and you can live in that
Yeah.
little fantasy world, and there are gonna be people that just say yes. I don't, I'm not
People
built
want to
that
believe.
way. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
believe. I do want to believe, but I don't go around telling people shit happened that didn't. Like, I
There's
don't
history
get that.
about this, man. Like, so this is like old as old school. Like, there was always prophetesses, like seers or people who were seeing shit. There's a girl in England during, when Henry was cutting off his wife's heads and all that. Her name was Elizabeth Barton. She was like a peasant girl, right? And she was just like, yeah, my chicken just laid an egg, and it has like holy prophecies written on the egg in gold, and so, like, it sounds so stupid, right? Like, this chicken is laying eggs. Chase, she became the most popular woman in England. She huge, thousands of people outside her house every single day to find out what's the chicken going to say. What's the chicken going to say. And then, of course, they start investigating it, right? And they find out that, like, they're like, people are like, I've seen the chicken lay the egg. I have seen the chicken lay the egg in the morning. But what she was doing is shoving eggs up the chicken's ass, after she'd ridden on it, and then it would poop it out later, that sort of thing. But people were going crazy and they all wanted to believe it. She was the most powerful woman in England for a little while. People want to believe the fantasy. They desperately
Yeah,
want to
but
because
what is the
it's
psychology of the people that are perpetuate the bullshit? Like, is
because
it?
if that's true, then it means that reality, especially my reality, doesn't have to be true either. You know,
I think there's true. I think there's a belief that maybe it did happen to me, or maybe if I talk about it enough, these things will. Like, I think they can just alter shit just by talking about it.
Chase, I have known, I can think of somebody in our lives who has lied to themselves so fervently for years and years and years that they just believe the lies now, you know? So, yes, I do think that is something human beings do. Absolutely. It's just the nature of coping. How do you cope with a shitty life? Well, you have to believe fantasies about it.
So I was walking to work, let's say, and there's a colleague of mine that was had a plate full of Pop Tarts. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
three or four.
Brown sugar cinnamon.
No, there's some of the I guess the fruity ones, strawberry or whatnot. And I had a
Yeah.
tangerine. There was like three or four of them on this plate she was walking with. And I was like,
Yeah.
hey, oh, Pop Tart. I was like, hey, I'll trade you this tangerine for one of those Pop Tarts. She was like, no, no, no. And I was like, come on. She's like, no.
Good for her.
Well, this
Good
was
for
a,
her.
but this was a big girl, you know? And I was just like, you got like four. I mean, how many Pop
Yeah.
Tarts you gonna eat in the morning? Two's kind of the max, isn't it? It's kind of the
Yeah.
max. You could have used a tangerine.
Especially a lady. A
Yeah.
lady.
I was just like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here, man? You know, I was like, she got a little, the joke was, okay, this is the end of the joke, Chase. You're not getting one. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Kind
I
of
think I've mentioned
protective
this
of your
girl
food.
before. Did I told you about like the OnlyFans girl I know, but she's a big girl. I told you about that, right? Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
Well, I remember like back at Tech, right? Like where there were these that's where I met her in college and stuff. And she was just I remember like sometimes I'd have lunch with her, and she was so just just it was a spectacle. You know what I mean? Like she went up, she would go up and order. It was an all you can eat buffet sort of thing. She'd go up to the burger place, where they'd cook the burger for you multiple times. You know what I mean? Like finish a burger, go back up, order another one.
What?
And everybody saw her do it. Yeah. Like order a burger, the biggest girl in the cafeteria, and you go up there and just do another one, and you could just tell everybody did a quick little eye check, just like, okay, okay. Two burgers? Really? Two? These are pretty big burgers too, and she
Sh-
went in for it. Shameless,
She
like
makes
she
she makes money off being obese and sexual? Is this
she is so what happened with her is she was one of those girls who she had just this gigantic ass. Like it was freakish. I don't know how else to say it. You know what I mean? And there were so, especially like Mexican guys back in Texas, they went crazy for her.
I
Like
don't
she was batting off guys. Like she was fucking. I could not believe how popular she was. Like it was just guy after guy. They were obsessed with her. She was like, "I'll show you my phone," because like she wasn't gonna be friends with me and found out I was gay. Then she's like, "Oh my god, you're my best friend," haha, and she showed me her phone. She just kept scrolling and scrolling messages after messages from guy after guy after guy after guy. They all wanted her, man. So, it's just some people that's their thing. They want a big ass.
I guess, man. I can't imagine a life where hundreds of potential partners are after you on a consistent basis. That's the
Yes,
psychology in
she is
itself.
Chase. She is doing better than any friend I have. She is absolutely swimming in cash. Yeah. She told me, I can't exactly remember what it was some absurd number that made me incredibly jealous. I remember that. I just remember just being like, that's what you make. She's like, yeah, yeah, I'm going to do this for a few more years and then stop. I was like, good for you. Go for it, girl. I'm
It's
down.
when I was in Colombia, I met this young little chick, was good looking. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
wouldn't call her beautiful, but very attractive. Eight. And I remember
Yeah.
showing me the phone. She's like, is that some of these guys are teetering billionaire style? Like, I'll fly out to Monaco, but you want to go here just for the weekend? I'm like,
Mhm.
if you're a pretty girl online nowadays, it's a different world. You don't have to work. I'd make your money in a couple of years and quit. Yeah.
Chase, I'm going to change my VPN real quick because I think we got some issues. Okay. So I'm just going to quit out. Um, let's see. I hope this doesn't hurt us, but let me just switch over real quick.
All right, brother. I'll ramble in the meantime. Hey, did you switch yet?
Go for
No,
it.
okay.
Working on it. Hold on.
Okay.
Are you there, Chase?
Yeah, you didn't even leave, man. You're still here.
All right. I don't know what's up with your mic. You're coming in like I got no idea what's going on. Sorry for the technicalities, people. But I want Chase to come in clear. He's got a lot of wisdom to
Hello,
share.
hello. Is this any better?
That is better. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he just wasn't plugged in right. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
wouldn't plugged it in well. Yeah, that could have been it.
Hmm.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Well, anyways, uh, Pop Tarts next time. You know what you should do next time? She refuses the tangerine. You should have just said wrong choice. You know, wrong choice.
So there's been holidays with these natives at this place, and
Yeah,
the day before the like any time they're like, hey, if you want to take off an hour or two early, there's an email. Every single time there's a possibility you can. Every single time, everybody is gone. There is
of
no
course.
straggler. No, there's not. There's zero stragglers. Like on yesterday's, like you want to leave at 2:30, they were gone. Like the girl
Of
at the
course.
desk at 2:29 is like, I'm leaving, bye. And I'm like, okay, I'll get the phones, no problem. Like, because someone has to stay and it's
Yeah.
not going to be them, you know? So
Right.
it's always the white person, which is fine. But I was like, ah, man, you see them all pull out at once and man, they are fucking done. It's funny.
Yeah.
They're like, nah.
Well, that's just I respect them. I would do exactly the same.
It's
Yeah.
so funny because it's clockwork, man. There's no stragglers. There's no people like, oh, I got to stay a little later. It's like, nope, we're gone. Bye. See you.
So what do they do in their time off, huh? Like they got a little time off. What are they gonna do?
Oh man, they got a mutated sense of family. Like it's so fucked.
Hmm.
Like every
Playing
one
with the
of
family,
the family is everything, but the family is just all broken as well.
right?
It's a really vicious cycle. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a good family? Like one that you're like, wow, you guys don't got nothing wrong. Like it's solid.
It's interesting because one of my old clients, private practice, came back and he has a good family, but
Right.
things have always fallen into place for this guy. Like it's
Okay, he's
just
lucky.
he could be born with luck or create it, but
Right.
I've seen him go through conflicts and I've seen him come out better every single time. I'm like, God damn, how does he do that? It's a bit of it's a bit of a belief that things are going to work out because things have always worked out and kind of planning ahead, just like, all right, always making changes to things, like subtle little
Right.
changes. And then
Yeah.
I think of the couple of natives I see where everything's just fucked. And the narrative is, yep, this is my life. It's always fucked. And to their credit, from the get-go, it has been kind of fucked. You've been beaten, raped, abused, left in the desert. It's like, I can't believe you're alive. But it continues to be fucked because they don't plan ahead. They don't think things through, and they do lean into the narrative that everything is fucked. And I don't blame them because everything has always been fucked. There's
So
no
they
resilience.
there is what is their relationship with their fuckitude? You know what I mean? Like so for example, like Wu Yin's family's all fucked up,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
nobody ever talks about it. And that's the Chinese. You never acknowledge it, just you live, you know? Uh
I
it
think same. I think it's their issue.
okay.
They never bring it up. They accept it, but they never try to like look at it and be like, all right, what can I change about it? It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
this is the life I was meant to live. I'm like,
Yes, that's very much the Chinese way. Like you
yeah,
accept this is your lot. This is
yep.
what you were given, you know? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, man, it's pretty disheartening because it's like you don't want to talk to people like that on a weekly basis because there's not
Right.
much you can do. They just validate that shit is fucked. You try to like a little bit of critical thinking here, but it's just falls on deaf ears most of the time. Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say that they go drinking, you
Well,
know?
that's what they do. They forget.
Mm. That's the
Yeah.
drug of choice for them.
That is, it's amazing. It's about 90% of these people, of all the drugs, they're gonna
The
pick
fire
alcohol.
water. The fire
I,
water.
I'm like, I'm like, God, man, if you're gonna be addicted to one, why alcohol? It's a horrific death, you know? It's a horrible next day hangover. It's like I don't. This is the worst one. It guarantees you're gonna hook up
Yeah.
with people that you hate. You know, you're gonna make horrific decisions constantly, and it's always available. I'm like, I don't. This is the one you pick. Like 90% of you?
It's a shame that we don't view it as a drug because, like, in history and stuff, like the Gauls, who are the modern day French, like everybody thinks of Caesar going in and conquering the Gauls, but the real thing that killed the Gauls was wine. Like the Romans went in there and these people had never tried alcohol before in their life, and they
Really?
sold them wine, and they became the entire country became totally addicted to wine, and the Italians made sure never sell grapes to the French. Never let them make their own. We are going to be the exclusive monopoly here. And guess what? For one like bottle, like one aphora, the big pot of wine, that was worth one slave. So people were like selling their daughters and their sons for like one pot of wine.
I
That's how
would
addicted these people were. And so by the
selling your
time
kid
Caesar
for
came,
wine? Yeah,
yeah,
that's yeah.
that is absolutely real. Yeah. And so like by the time Caesar gets in there, these people are they're all addicts. They're all complete like Caesar is literally like buying off tribe leaders with wine. With wine, right? He's like, you got to fight for me. I'll give you some wine till I get it's done. Done. Give it to me now, please. You know, and that's how the Romans conquered all of Europe, right? Like they would do shit like that. It is a drug, a powerful drug that you can use.
Fucking brilliant. Hey, let me ask you this since we're on the history topic.
Yeah,
Came up this week. I got one guy that's really into. What do you know about the Carthaginians, man? This is
I know
North
a
Africa.
lot.
Tell me about the
Yeah.
Carthaginians, man.
They're the Phoenicians, yeah, like from the
What's
Bible
the
and stuff.
difference between them and the Carthaginians, or is that the same?
So the Phoenicians were like kind of the original seafaring people from Tyre, which was like kind of like think Syria, that kind of area or whatever. And they were the first ones to go out and start settling and trading all around the Mediterranean, right? So they're trading and stuff. The Greeks are like establishing colonies, but the Phoenicians get wiped out, right? That essentially like the Middle East is just always fucked. There's always huge fights going on and stuff. Some of them go away. Dido. You ever heard that name Dido before?
Never.
She's the she's the great like queen who goes out and she founds Carthage, and Carthage becomes the trading center of the Mediterranean. And they get crazy wealthy. Like they are trading with everyone. They find silver mines in Spain. They set up colonies all throughout the Mediterranean, but everything is coming back to Carthage, right? And they get crazy wealthy, like more wealthy than any in the entire Western world, and they are the predominant sea power. And they're you don't fuck with them. And the Romans, right? The Romans are they're a powerful land military, but they don't know dick about fighting at sea. So the Carthaginians they just stay on the water, and anytime the Romans rise up, slap their ass down. It's a really cool civilization. They were also amazing farmers. Like they knew how to. When the Romans destroyed them, they burned everything that they had except for their codices on farming because they were the greatest farmers ever. They knew how to farm the desert and
Really?
they kept their entire city. Yeah, they were the greatest farmers in the world. Like they knew how to do irrigation, they knew about fertilizers, they knew all this stuff. And the Romans said, "Don't burn that. We're taking that one back." And they still use the techniques to this day.
Was where Hannibal was from? And how did the Romans eventually take him out?
It is a very long, long story, the Punic Wars, but
Oh,
uh, essentially, number one, the Romans learn about they essentially like there's two things. The Romans never give up. They just refuse to give up because the Carthaginians beat them again and again and again, but they just never fucking surrender. And every time they get like they build new ships. They're like, oh, we're going to figure out how these oceans are. The Carthaginians come in and wipe them out. But they just keep building and building and building and innovating and innovating and innovating. And eventually they beat them at sea, right? Um, the thing that there's another thing that they do. They figure out how to fight elephants, right? Because the Carthaginians have the elephants, right? And
oh, I
those are the
didn't know that.
tanks of the ancient world. You know how they beat the elephants? This is crazy.
Pigs on fire.
Yeah, the pigs on fire, the squeals would make the elephants go crazy. They'd rampage through the Carthaginian ranks, and it was all fucked up.
What a
And the
great time to
Carthaginians,
be alive. Can you imagine
oh
watching that
my
from a
god,
hillside? Like, look at the pig. Oh,
no, I
it's working.
can't.
It's working. Look at that. Oh, he stomped out
Yeah,
that whole troop. Wow.
the other thing is the Carthaginians because they had so much money, they relied on mercenaries, right? So like that was a problem because the Romans could buy them off, right? Like they would, they'd be like they'd be about to be attacked by a gigantic. They use the Nubians, who are the blacks. The black African Nubians. They were the best cavalry guys in the world. They would ride on zebras sometimes. These
Really?
people were crazy. Yeah, and
Why
they were
not? It's a
supposedly the best
fucking
cavalry
horse.
in the
Why
world.
wouldn't you ride a zebra? Of course, yeah.
I've been told they're harder to tame than a regular horse.
Really?
I don't know if that's true or not, but based on horse people in Texas and stuff. But yeah, these best cavalry in the world, but they would switch sides all the time, like all the time. So it was just a
Well, you're a
lot of back and forth.
mercenary. You
And there's
go with the
great
money. Fuck it. Yeah.
there's great names too, like Hannibal Barca, and then there's a Scipio Africanus, like these are great names, great fighters. It goes on for like decades and decades and decades, and every second is great. If you get a chance, just watch some YouTube videos on it. It's fantastic to watch. Really fun stuff.
I really, I just get that Warhammer 40K and they're talking the Latin
Yeah.
names, and I think of Rome with their Latin. Some of that Latin is such a fantastic language.
One.
I don't understand why it died off. I understand there's deviations from it, but it's so strong. It's
The
just,
Chinese have always argued that the great tragedy of Western history was the fall of Rome because they saw Rome as China. And they said, you guys should have kept it together.
yeah.
Like you should have, in the same way, we're still speaking Chinese. Everyone across Europe, there shouldn't be France and North Africa, and it should all be one Latin speaking world, you
What
know?
if it wasn't Christianity? It was like Stoicism. That's what spread. And it was all Latin. Like, can you imagine a Europe with everybody speaking Latin with no fucking
Yeah.
religious fucking dogma, and it's just kind of a lifestyle like Confucianism?
Yeah.
Would be fucking incredible. Incredible.
The, like, I'm going to take it biblical for a second. You remember the Tower of Babel? Remember that story?
Yeah, I'm in the fucking tower. Yeah.
It's weird because they're building the tower and it goes to God and God's like, we got to do something because if they're not united, if they keep doing this, there's nothing that they can't do. It's almost like God's scared. You know what I mean? Like we gotta fuck these people up. You know what I'm saying? And like but there is this thing that I do wonder, like in terms of human psychology, how real is the Tower of Babel? What I mean is, like, do we have something inside of us that prevents us from being united? You know, like, is there something inside of us that anytime somebody gets really together, we get a real big empire, it starts to crack itself up. Like we start dividing, we start speaking different languages. You know what I'm saying? You think that's real or nah? I'm thinking too biblical.
That's a good question. In the Asian sense, I think it's possible. I do,
Mm,
because the group thinks so strong. And with the example of like Rome, it's the closest we had. Like, can you imagine
yeah.
a Mediterranean fucking empire, which is essentially what it was? If
Mm.
everybody's kind of got the same climate and habitat, I think it's
The
possible.
lake. Yeah, the
Lake.
lake would be. Yeah, that's the lake, man. Yeah, I could totally
Everybody
see it.
in the Mediterranean is one civilization speaking Latin, and it's the most dominant one in the world. It's just the Roman Empire. If that was alive today, there's no Christian nonsense. There's no Muslim fucking primitive bullshit. It's just fucking stoicism. It's a way to live. That's it.
Yeah,
It's just like, man, I could see it. I could see it. And that's where everybody would want to be. We would look up to them.
it's
Fucking
hard to find a unifying force. Like Rome had basically a gigantic fascistic
What
army.
killed Rome? It
Like,
was Christianity, wasn't it? Isn't that what killed Rome? Wasn't that the
I mean, a
faction?
lot of things, man. Barbarians,
Because they
Viking
expanded too
Magyars,
much. They went too long.
yeah.
They weren't ready
And
for it.
the East lasted a lot longer. Like Constantinople and stuff, that lasted a lot longer until,
Yeah.
the Muslims came, tore all that shit down.
It's such a great language, though. I love Latin. I really do. It's just a God, it sounds so fucking pure. Like, goddamn. Fantastic.
There was I saw a clip on YouTube. It was some German show, and they were doing like it was like Germans during Roman times, and they chose to like they had a Roman soldier come in, like demanding taxes, and they had him speaking Latin. Like they just chose like we're gonna get this guy to speak real Latin when he's yelling at these Germans and stuff. It sounded cool. Like I was like, what? Yeah, yeah. Like I dig it. I dig
Yeah.
it. Yeah. It's
It'd be fantastic. Instead, we get these horrible offshoots of Latin, like Italian and Spanish and French, and it's all
Does that
fucked,
work?
man. It's all
Yeah.
fucked.
Well, I'll tell you, change topics. I met somebody, Chase. I think he had your dream job, man. I think this guy was doing what you loved. I was at the spa the other day, and I'm trying to fix my feet. I want my feet to be nice, but my heels, they sometimes get the crack, that sort of thing. Like I've been trying to put lotion and shit on it, but I don't know, it's rough. William's like, I know what you got to do. We got to do the foot shed. I was like, what's that? He's like, well, it's at the spa. So we go to the spa. I'm like, I want the foot shed or whatever. Guy comes in, just a little fat bald guy, puts on like the glasses, like the evil toy maker glasses, and stuff like that. Gets out multiple tools. Like there was like 10 tools, there were razors and all kinds of shit. He spent, I think, 45 minutes on my feet. 45 minutes just scraping off all the dead skin. And he was so into it. You could tell like this was his job,
Hmm.
you know? And once he finished, he grabbed me. He was like proud. And he said, Julie, and he pointed and he showed me this mountain of dead skin. He got off my feet and he was like, look what I did.
Did it
See
feel
that?
did it feel
Look at
good, or were you kind of just like nothing? Didn't feel anything.
I was scared. I felt nothing. I
Yeah.
didn't feel a single thing. It
Yeah.
was absolutely nothing. And my feet are beautiful. My feet have never been better. I cannot believe how good they look.
So
It's shocking.
what are you doing while you don't feel anything? He's down there an hour. Are you on your phone? What are you doing?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm
Someone
just
giving you a
laying there.
massage? Like that'd be good if they were
I got a
giving.
massage before. I got a
Okay.
massage before. Oh man, the guy I had, he did the beating, the pop, 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 pop,
Yeah.
like that. He gave me the best beating of my life. It was so good. He was like playing me like an instrument, like and he went like it my body was reverberating with the vibrations. Like
It's
I felt so surrendered to it. It was
it's
good
it's the
shit.
one thing I miss about Asia is the massages. They're
Mm,
everywhere.
mm,
And if you
mm.
find someone that knows what they're doing, it's just that's 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 a life
Yeah.
worth living to me. That's a life worth living.
I got multiple masseurs that I got for different purposes. There's
Shut up.
How Daifu. How
Shut the fuck
Daifu
up.
I got for like if I got like a specific problem, like maybe I got a little injury or something, like my leg's a little fucked up. How Daifu help me out. And it's like it's good because she's super medical, like expert, but you only see her for like 20 minutes. She's just like, what's your problem? She's only gonna focus on one part of your body. Like 20 minutes real focus on one area. If I just want to relax, I'll go do a total over at the spa. If I want something fancy, I got my guy I can go down to Saliton and do and all that. Like I got my people. I know what's up. What's up? That's how it is.
I miss it. Miss it a lot, man. It's we ain't got a massage here, not because my neck kept getting fucked up.
Mm.
Desperately looking for any woman to do this. I could not find one. Like these women were
But all
incompetent.
men
I
or
settled on this guy. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do. He was amazing. He was,
yeah. Well, what's the hate? He's not gonna try
I,
to have sex with you.
he was, it was one of the best massages I've ever had. I got an hour and a half. He went an hour
See?
and 45 minutes. Like
He
he
gave
went,
he gave you some time.
he's like, I'm
He gave you some
close.
time.
He goes, I don't think you're going to have a bad neck anymore. And my neck hasn't fucked with me since. He was right. I was like,
Wow. Who is this guy?
he
What's his
was,
deal?
man, that's what I said. It's like, why, how did you end up here? What did you do wrong? He's like, I was born here. I had no choice. I was like, you poor soul. Yeah.
Indian,
White guy.
Indian guy,
Mm-mm.
white guy. You know what you should do? Go back. You know, like I would.
It ain't
Don't
cheap.
have to be
What I
regular.
miss about Asia is the massage. God, the
I
head
I am
massage. Um,
like the human body. Like it is a lifelong task to take care of the human body.
Dean, do you
You know
remember?
what I mean?
Dean, do you remember the head massage place you found in Vietnam for us?
Of course,
So
of course.
there was
Still
one
dream
time
about
there
that.
they were giving me a head for an hour. Just give me the head,
Yeah.
and I just started tearing up. I was like, it was so beautiful. It was exactly what I needed. It was a long day. Had
Yep.
this tiny little tension headache, and she just took it away. And I just
I
started
abused that
crying.
place so bad. I was going there like 4 times a week. I was so addicted. It was great. It was the gift.
I loved it.
This this fat little American coming in there just again. I need another one.
Let me ask you this, man, because you said fat little
Yeah.
American. You think you'll always have problems with the gut? Like it's always gonna be there because we're
Yeah,
nibblers.
I man, that this is such a problem. Like I don't want that to be true, but I don't know what to do, man. Like I'm work out a lot and I try dieting a lot, but I'll be honest, like I just don't change that much.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm lucky, I'll be 190. I haven't been below 190 for like 15 years, you know, like a long fucking time. And usually, like, it's 200 plus, you know, like,
Goddamn.
it's just, I don't know. It's my body is very stubborn. I still have hope. I really do. You know, I hope that I'm going to crack something that's going to make this go. But I do have part of me that feels like if I don't get healthy, then somehow the rest of my life will never be correct. Do you know what I mean? Like if my body's not right, then the rest of me is not right. So it is a priority, but man, I haven't cracked the code. I don't know what I don't
Neither
know.
have I. I can stay in decent shape. For me, it's like I can get under 190. I'm like, oh, great. But it's like one bad day, like
Yeah, one bad
one
day.
one shitty meal, and it's just like, oh, it's
Back.
all back.
2 months of work gone.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what? So these
yeah.
jeans, man. Like, yeah, I can put on muscle, great, but it's like I would kill it for just a lean jean. Like
I'm
that. I can
thinking
always eat. It's horrible, man. You got
I'm
to watch
thinking that
everything.
there's only two methods, Chase. The first is Ozempic, you know, like just surrender, just give in. The other one is we'd have to live Spartan, like a full militaristic diet. You know what I mean? I think that's the only
I'd
way.
need like a hot chef chick that I was banging that was only letting me eat. Because when I ate healthy shit, the pounds do come off and I can see it, but it's like
Yes.
that takes effort to cook that shit every night. It's like, nah,
Not
man.
just that, like, how do you live with other people? How do you do shit? There's women walking around you with Pop Tarts. What are you supposed to do?
I wouldn't
You
even
know,
give me
like,
one. She had fucking four, And I'm like,
no,
dude, I wanted to be like, you're 250 fucking pounds. You really think you
I don't know.
need four fucking Pop-Tarts? Give me one. Take this tangerine. You need it. But I did.
4 Pop Tarts?
She
4?
had four. I'm
Damn.
saying three or four, but the standards too. I'm like, she did 2 rounds. They come in two in a pack. You did two, you heated
Yeah.
it up two, you heated it. I was like,
Yeah.
she wasn't giving them to anybody. She was having four Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I was like, God
These are
damn.
mine. These are mine. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, if look, I was asking for a try. Like, give me a Pop Tart, I'll give you a tangerine. Look at what you're eating. You're still gonna eat three Pop Tarts, you fat pig. Just fucking have a fucking tangerine. It's like, good God, nothing.
You
Anyway,
know, maybe that's all she's got. She's got Pop Tarts. That's
you know,
it.
you know the
That's
thing
one
working with
pleasure.
medical, every Hawaii here, these are
Fat.
hospitals, Dean.
Yeah.
They're all fat.
Yeah.
They're all fat, especially the
Yeah.
nurses. And
You know,
even the
I
doctors.
forgot about it because I've been in Asia so long. Like when I was back in America a few months ago, I just it shocked me. I was like, oh yeah, there's fat people here. You know,
How
like
do you
you just don't see it.
How
And
do you
like the
talk to
fatted
somebody about health while you're a fat fuck? Oh, you got diabetes. Oh, your heart.
are
Yeah.
the doctors fat?
There's one lean doctor. One.
One. Wow,
One.
what's going on? Everybody, I
It's
guess they're
just,
just.
but
Yeah.
bruh, come on. I mean, you're stuck. You're in
Yeah.
a room. I mean, it's just, yeah, yeah, it's fucked.
I don't know what the answer is, dude. I've been trying. You figure it out. Let me know. I don't want deep down in me. I do not want to do Ozempic. But if I'm 40 and still fat, I might have to. You know, like I mean, I don't know what else to do. You know,
Can you give
but
yourself a
it's
shot?
is that what you have to do? You have to do it to yourself.
You got to give yourself a shot. It's not a pill.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I've never done it before, but I could do it. I guess. Yeah.
I think the thing about Ozempic is everyone I've seen on it, they lose weight, but they ain't gaining muscle. It's just
Yeah, I don't like the look is pretty rough. Like
it's just
there's
you
a
look frail and fragile. Yeah.
the worst one is You remember Al Sharpton? Al Sharpton, the
Oh
black
my
guy.
God. That was
Have you seen him
horrible.
recently?
I've
Like
seen
he,
his skin, his neck to me freaks me
oh
out.
man,
Yeah.
it is the worst turkey neck I have ever seen.
You
You
need
know,
surgery
like
for that shit. Yeah.
I mean, like
He's so stupid. It's amazing to me that he has the confidence to have his own political show because there's just thousands of highlights with him asking people questions and then just them being like, "What did you just ask me, you fucking retard?" He has no follow-ups. It's just
no,
it's amazing someone that dumb could have a political show, but I digress. I'm sorry. He's
no, it's all right. But yeah, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want.
Nah, man. Turkey neck's no good,
I'd rather
man.
be fat than like flabby.
You
You
know the
know,
other thing
like
too. I've talked to a couple people my age, like, "Oh yeah, I'm shooting up testosterone." I'm like, "No, man, I don't feel like I need testosterone." Like that. That's just I don't
mom's
know.
doing peptides. Yeah.
I if you start taking that shit, you take it for life. I mean, once you start fucking feeding your shit, you know, getting shots and updates, your body's gonna stop producing it naturally. So I think a
Oh,
lot.
is that true?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And it's
Oh,
you get a lot of men with these midlife crises. It's interesting because my career is starting to thrive at midlife. I think a lot of people with young game careers, police,
hmm,
firefighter, shit like this. I
right,
think there's
right.
a stagnancy in the middle, and they're just like, "Oh, I need to be youthful. I need to be young." I'm like, "Dude, do you need testosterone?" I guess so, man. Yeah,
I get it, like because I feel the tiredness of life, the tiredness that didn't used to be there. Suddenly you get a shot in the arm, and it's like you have youth 2.0.
yeah.
But I will say that I do I do kind of hate the fact that like there will be those who can afford it and those who can't, you know? Like poor people are going to age, they'll be fat and they'll just be these walking embodiments of no health and rich people will be, 75 and looking like they're 35, you know? Uh that I guess that's just how it is,
That
like
that is 100% a real thing is when the
yeah.
AGI hits, which will be in the next 5 years, the one of the things that'll advance is the aging. You will
Oh
look
yeah.
10, 20, even 30 years younger, and instead of 100, lifespan might go to 150. But for certain people, everybody else can be dropping dead at 60 or 70. So
Yeah.
essentially, you're
Yeah.
living double the life of a poor person, and that'll just
Yeah.
expand. Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully, we're on the
Yep.
right end of that. Hopefully, I'm in the end that keeps going.
Oh man, like I always feel like of course aging is brutal, but I don't know. I kind of feel like there's something noble about just aging naturally, you
Dude,
know.
I talk to people around my age range, it's early 40s,
Mhm.
and I am shocked at how they look. They are shocked when I tell them my age. I'm like, we've got we lucked out on the genes with that in a way.
Sure.
We did.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what did you, you're bullshit. I thought you were this. And I'm like, no, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like yeah, you're carrying a lot of shit up here. It's aging you real quick. So we lucked out in that regard, man.
Mm,
Yeah, I do feel like I like the fine wine analogy. Like it's fun getting older when you're getting older in like a graceful way. Like it's like, damn, it's
right.
like I look older, but like I look better in a way.
I mean, of
Yeah,
course, there's the bad ends, like when, like seeing. I think the key is to stay healthy in age.
sure.
Like I remember our grandfather's friends and stuff. They was rough seeing them age. Like so you see the back start to curve and
Ugh.
all that, and you
Yeah.
see. But I saw some that made it. They look good in the end. They kept it. They kept themselves healthy. They looked like how they should. You know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I guess if I had the option, like if I had the money and the option to stay young forever, I guess I'd take it. But if that doesn't happen, which is very likely, I think I could accept it. You know?
Both. Both, brother. If I could live forever, I would probably continue on the trend and take the serum. But if not, and it has to
Yeah.
end, it's okay. It's all right, man. This is
This is interesting. It brings me to so learning Chinese slowly, all that sort of stuff. But man, I came across two words this week. Wu Yin explained them to me. They were sometimes the Chinese do things really, really well,
they're an
and I came
ancient
across
people. Ancient.
there are two words in Chinese for accept. And so we're talking about aging. So this made me think of this, right? The first word means like to take something, like, like I accept this thing that is happening to me. But their second word for accept means to take something and put it in the appropriate place.
Mm.
Yeah. So with them, acceptance isn't just about like they use the word accept all the time. It's not just about like this, I'm going to, whatever happens to me, I'm going to just accept it and I'm not going to worry about it. It's there's a second step. They really do believe that acceptance is not just saying, I am going to take it. It's taking it and putting it in the appropriate place, like a bookshelf, like you put it here in your soul, in your person, you know? And man, I thought about that all week because I've never thought about the second part. Never in my life, you know? And
It's a,
I think they're onto something there.
it's a beautiful layer to it because acceptance to me is so hollow in a Western sense. It's
Yeah.
something that
Um,
you have to do when circumstances didn't work out your way. But
yeah.
to accept something and to put it on the shelf, to place it where it needs to be, I'm like, that's the end of the
Yes.
definition that we were missing. That's
Yes.
unbelievably important.
Yeah. There's here's an this one was crazy, man. So we were talking about Buddhist monks. You know, they beg, right? You know, like
Yeah,
for
man, I gave
food
them
and stuff
fucking
like that.
Snickers and Twix. They loved me, man, when they came to me.
Yeah, man. Yes. I didn't know you gave him Snickers.
People giving them rice and
I'd
fucking
love you too.
fruit.
I'd be like, fuck yeah, Snicker. Hell
I
yeah,
always got
man.
them candy bars, man. Yeah.
Well, so that makes me happy. But anyways, the I asked Wu Yin about the word for beg, and this was a great moment because his face lit up. He was like, "Oh my god, I never thought about this before." And he writes out the character, right? And he's like, "This first character means this is the word for begging. This first character means like cosmic forces, like karmic energy, and this second one means completion." And he says, when people, so that's the word for begging. They don't say begging, they say cosmic completion. That's what this is. And what it means is like in Buddhism, the moment you put like some food into a beggar's bowl, they say that this is karma from a past life completing in
Really?
this moment. Yeah, like the idea that hundreds of universes and past lives and future lives, all of the things that happen in this moment where you put the food in their bowl, it is the completion of a karmic wheel.
Makes sense. I
And I
felt
was
that
just
when
like,
I put that king size payday in there, they could feel
I know, right?
it.
But like seriously though, like if you had an attitude, like imagine you're a Buddhist monk, you're like, fuck, I'm hungry, you know, like all. But imagine if you had the attitude that every time somebody puts a little piece of fruit in there, you just think that is a cosmic karmic loop completing. Like this person who dropped it off, I had interactions with him in multiple past lives. There were multiple stories, and in this moment, it completed. The karmic loop completed. You know,
This
I was
is
like, damn, what a whole different attitude towards begging. I never thought about that,
Can
you
you
know?
imagine that that is a civilization that has been around thousands of years?
Oh,
Imagine a Roman Empire with Stoicism would have insights like, I love the depth. I love the depth to simple things. Like, oh, they're begging for alms. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not,
yeah.
bro. You know,
Yeah. It's so
this
much
is
more than that.
so much more. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is beautiful,
Makes
man.
me
It
feel I
makes,
gave him a king size payday. I was like, that was
mhm.
me just unburdening myself from thousands of years of cosmic trauma, progressing toward enlightenment.
He's
Feel
probably
better.
like, wow, candy bar. He's like, what's this peanut butter shit?
Nah,
Huh?
nah,
Fucking
they
American.
loved it. They always were smiling at me. They were excited to see me. They knew it was coming.
Hey, the candy bar man. Yeah, man. Anyways, like, see that stuff, like, it's one of those moments where you're like, damn, I feel wisdom. I feel it radiating in me all week, thinking about those words all week. Just it's stuck with me. It's stuck with me, and I think they'll be stuck with me forever, man.
I
I love
miss
my
that. It's such a I love America, but it is a very shallow existence over here. The
yeah.
shallowness of it
Mhm.
is off-putting at times. I miss the just ancientness of some of those
Yeah.
Asian cultures, man. The
Well,
Buddhism. It's fantastic.
what about I know you got a low opinion, but do you ever feel some of the ancientness with the Indians? You know, I mean they were around long, long time, man. You know, like do you feel any sense of, you know, there is something ancient and wise here, or nah, you don't detect it?
On occasion. It's been so rare that I like them. I like them better than the Hawaiians.
Yeah.
but it's just on occasion, and it's just it, it 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 a bit disappoints me, man. But from what I understand, it's just every tribe is super different, and I think the experience would be very
Just
different in
depends
another.
who you are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is wisdom here. There is ancient knowledge, but it's like, and again, I'm seeing the bottom of the barrel. That sounds
Yeah.
terrible, but
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the people thriving here. So
It is interesting. I do think you're right, man. There is something really respectable about like ancient wisdom. And you forget America's only 250, man. That's it. That's
as we're celebrating 250, I'm like, are we gonna go any longer? I don't know. I don't know. That's
see
about
that
them. That's right. We're right in the middle of prime fucking falling apart time, right?
you seen that national fair that they got in Washington D.C., the state fair in D.C.
No.
Oh man, it's rough. It's rough. Like nobody's coming. No, they get all the performers canceled. And so it's all just in front of the green reflecting pool, and just it's just empty. Just
Really?
nothing's happening. Yeah, like just nobody wants to come. Nobody nobody wants to celebrate. It's not a it doesn't feel like it's a time to celebrate, We're not feeling it.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I could care less, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I want to mention one last thing, and then we'll wrap this up, man. So I'm helping a little girl research. We have to do a big research paper or whatever. Sitting down, and she wants to do this female empress, right? She's the one female.
The
There's a
one
few,
that
but
killed everybody, that crazy bitch.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
fucking
yeah, man,
scares me when I watch
yeah,
videos on her. How
yeah.
fucking petty and oh,
She's a bad
thousands of
bitch.
women. She just cut them to pieces. No, not a
Bad
bad
bitch.
bitch. You can't
Yeah.
praise people like that for mutilating other women. It's horrible.
Oh, well, you know what it is. Anyway, so this girl, Wu Zetian, that's her name. We're reading, like, I was like, all right, so I'm like trying to show her how to find stuff in a book, right? So I was like, okay, so we go to the index here. She wants to talk about like how she affects women's rights, women's privileges, and things like that. So we go to the index and we're like, okay, so you see this? This is like talking about the state of women's rights before Wu Zetian. And so we go and we just start reading about Confucius and what Confucius says about women. Just oh my god. So I'm sitting there reading with this little teenage girl. She's like a little proto-feminist, and all that. And Confucius is just vicious when it comes to women. He's like, yeah, women, keep them away from politics, keep them away from money, keep them away from you keep them in your house because the second they touch it, they're gonna fuck it up with their drama.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
So
leader, that female chick, the dude, horrific videos. Anyone prettier than her, she would cut their arms off, their toes
oh yeah.
off. Like she would watch,
Yeah.
hang up their body as they're still like it was so disgusting to me. I had to turn
She
off the
had the
video.
power.
I had to turn it
Yeah.
off. But a
Yeah.
woman in power, yeah, that's absolutely. He was right.
He was like they
Terrifying.
will keep them as far. He even said like don't let him eat at the same table as you. You put him at the kiddie table.
Oh, no, I
He's
mean,
just I'm like reading this next to this girl and she's just like like and I was like it's Kongza, it's not me, it's just forget about it, all
this
that.
Confucius guy seems like he knows what he's talking about.
I know. It's funny because I was sharing it with Wu Yan, and Wu Yan's like, he's totally right. He's like, yes, everybody believes it. That's why the
Well,
communists never let women
I
have
don't know
power.
how you guys praise her. I could not finish the documentary on her. I got so
She,
disgusted.
because
It
she had the
disgusted
power.
me. It
She
disgusted me.
she wielded the
But it was
power. Like,
with
yeah,
insecurity.
true.
It just radiated. Let me kill everybody. Let everybody
Listen,
lie. Everyone has to say the right thing, or I'll cut your head
you
off,
can
or I'll
say
just cut your
you,
fingers off.
I'm. You can say the same thing about Mao. The exact same thing.
It's
And
terrifying.
he had more
Absolutely
power than anyone ever. You know.
terrifying.
How do you? That's how power works, man. Like whoever has the most terror. Look at Stalin. He was
Well,
the most powerful of anybody.
well, let's say this. Look, the Chinese have survived. There is
Yeah.
something in them that keeps them united. The Romans did not. I wonder what
Yeah.
the Romans would have looked like if they would have survived. It could have been
It is interesting. The Christianity really did fuck everything up. It
fucked up.
almost fucked up China with the Taiping Rebellion and stuff. But yeah, if you read, there's a guy called Suetonius. Suetonius wrote the great biographies of the emperor. Man, this is one of those old school primary sources I recommend reading because he goes into Caligula, Nero, like all the crazy emperors and stuff like that. Dude, it's one of the most exciting books you'll ever read. Like you cannot believe the shit you're reading. Like it's just the most like a guy who thinks he's an artist and he becomes the most powerful man in the world and he just goes crazy. He's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I want to I want to race my chariots across the water of the Bay of Naples. Sir, you can't race chariots on water. He's like, yeah, yeah, we are going to do that. I'm going to get my 12-horse chariot, and you are going to build a floating bridge, something that's not, I don't want the people to see that it's floating, so it needs to be below the water, and people will believe that I'm running across the water on my 12-horse chariot and stuff. And they do it.
Oh,
They do it. They do it, just because that's what the emperor said, like,
he's a
it's good
visionary.
stuff.
Yeah.
He was an artist. His last words were, "What an artist dies in me." You know?
He sounds like a great guy.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we end it there? Yeah.
All right.
A lot of wisdom today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for listening to the Divine Brothers podcast. We will see you next time. Bye bye.